let's shift our focus to human rights. Let's shift our focus to victim protection. It's great that the 200 members, circled around those council flats and they literally rescued that 16-year-old girl. And let's shift the spotlight on institutional accountability as well. Help the viewers understand what are some of the challenges that these survivors face in coming forward. We're learning, the girl was 13 years old when she was, approached by this Afghan man. And then now she's 16 years old. Look at some of the laws that are in play in the United Kingdom. After Baroness Casey's, inquiry that was conducted back in 2025 in June as well, several recommendations were put on the floor, but I mean, none of them have been taken up. So what are some challenges that survivors face in coming forward? How can they be addressed, and what support structures are literally needed when we're talking about human rights and especially human trafficking, brainwashing, exploiting these young minor girls?
So thank you, Kabir, for hosting me. First of all, I would like to make a point that because time was very short, but I just have looked at the law, that is Sexual Offences Act of 2003,
Okay.
the law which is prevalent in UK. And I was reading this section 15 of that act that mentions that if the victim is below the age of 18 years for sexual offences, but section 47 of the same act that mentions about paying for the offences under section 47 for the sexual services by the child. There the age of the child is 16. So one can legally hire and pay for the sexual services of the victim who is above the age of 16. This is the law. It is not only how the system, the prosecution conducts itself, but even the law is section 47 that mentions only if the victim is below the age of 16. So above 16, there is a provision where you can pay for the sexual services of the child. Whereas section 15 talk about the sexual offences where the victim's age is 18. Because while I was going through this news, I read that the man who was holding that girl, since the age of 13, she was in touch with that man. And he said that when you turn 16, you come over to my place. This is what I read just a few minutes before. So there seems to be some protection which is given to the person if the victim is above the age of 16. Wow. That's my understanding. So we can come to the law enforcement agency later, but even if the law doesn't protect a minor, even the law enables sexual offences or sexual exploitation of a child below the age of 18, a girl child or any other victim below the age of 18, that itself is a serious concern.
Absolutely horrible. Absolutely horrible is what I can say right now.